and welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I'm Laura Cotter.
And I'm Sky Orchard.
And I got to play magician tonight at family dinner.
With your dowsing rods? The finding rods?
Oh. With my 2-year-old niece. She was being a little stinker about eating her food, and she had a little plate of peas and carrots. And so I did the thing where I pretended to pull a pea out from her ear.
Ooh.
And that's how I got her to eat some peas and carrots, by pretending to pull them out of different body parts.
Because they're magic now?
She was astounded.
Look at you. Laura the adult witch.
I feel so fancy right now. Then my mom would handing me pieces of roll, and I pretend to pull a roll out of her nose, and she was just like, "What?" And then she ate it, and I'm like, "I don't know if I would eat that." So I pretended to pull a piece of roll out of my nose, especially because she was a little bit buggery.
Oh.
That's what's going on in my life. What's going on in your life?
What is going on in my life? A lot of work. Some more work. Maybe a little bit more work.
I've seen some of your printer adventures on Instagram.
Oh, gosh. I think my CTO, though, has given me permission to use funds to buy a paranormal exorcism kit for these printers.
Okay, do you want to try my dowsing rods first?
What would a dowsing rod do on a printer?
You could communicate with the spirit in the printer.
In the machine.
Maybe if we can appease it first.
Why do you hate me? Why are you bleeding ink?
When I have my hair done and some makeup on, I'll make a video of me trying to commune with the printer spirit. I can't remember if I already talked about on this podcast the girl on Instagram that uses her dowsing rods to talk to the spirit. Okay, we already talked about that.
Jesus said yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, good. I think I just had this conversation with my family. I just told them about it, so I couldn't remember if you and I had this conversation too. Well, if the printer spirit doesn't talk to me, I'll ask Jesus how to fix your printer.
Oh, okay. That's very kind of you.
I will take it straight to the head guy.
Well, if Jesus is like, nah, fam.
Jesus is like, even I don't know. Maybe then I'll have to ask Satan. I'll try both ends of the spectrum.
Printers are a deity unto their own.
I wonder if there's a Catholic saint for printers.
Great question.
There's definitely a saint for technology. Yes, Saint Isidore of Seville.
The new saint is somewhat technology as well.
I'm going to go with him because if anybody knows how to fix a printer, it's going to be somebody who has
actually seen a printer.
Yeah. I love that he's also known as God's influencer. I will ask the influencer first.
Anything that can help, but I'm probably going Office Space on at least 3 of these printers post-festival, and it's going to be so cathartic. Can't wait. Counting down the days.
That should be like team building post-festival, is just everybody grab a hammer.
Oh yeah, I have enough stuff for my own little rage room. At the time y'all are hearing this, there will hopefully be 4 less printers in the world. Unless the patron saint of technology can come through.
Comes through. Well, now that we've officially offended everyone with any sort of religious background, let's talk about some Sabrina. Which, if you're that religious, you're not going to watch a show about a witch anyway.
It's true.
My question is not really a question, more so an open-ended discussion prompt. Is let's chat about our gambling experiences. I know you have at least one, pretty good story, because I was there for it.
Well, I started young. In middle school, we called it Moker for Mormon poker, because we were playing Texas Hold'em with candy in band on some days when we weren't, for whatever reason, actually playing our instruments. We'd be playing Moker instead, and then did it throughout high school, various friends as well. So I can play some Texas Hold'em. It's been a long time though. And then the last 2 times I've been to Vegas, so 21, is that when I broke my wrist? 2022.
I was going to say, going back to Vegas in 21 is brave.
It had to have been August of 2022 when Nikki and I went down. And I got a good $80 there. And then our most recent trip to Vegas in May, what did I end up with? 110? 120?
It was 100 something, yeah.
Yeah, over 110. I'm actually quite proud of my self-control of not just keep going. Because, like, if it were like a cell phone game, I'd just keep going.
I would have kept going.
Or something with that where it's like, okay, I see it dip, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, let's make sure you win some, so you keep going. And it's like, nope, cash out, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess third time's the charm. Have to go and see what happens.
I still have like 23 cents on a Bellagio ticket.
Big spender.
I think I'm going to give it to my sister because she's going to go see Backstreet Boys in the Sphere in February. So I'm going to give that to my sister to go play some slots. I don't think you can play any slot with 23 cents.
She should go cash it out, especially since pennies aren't in anymore.
Right. Ooh, how would they cash that out?
I think just get 20 cents.
You don't think they would round up to 25? I feel like at 23, you should round up to 25.
It's a gray area.
Well, any Vegas money cage people listening, please weigh in. I've never won any money at slots ever. Slots, I just view it as I'm going to get 5 minutes of entertainment for this 20 bucks I'm going to put in. And 5 minutes is like if I'm lucky. The first time I ever gambled was at Wendover when my mom's dad passed away and left all the kids like the minimum amount you can leave to your kids that prevents them from suing your estate for more money. And so she divided amongst the four of us, and we all went to Wendover and gambled with her inheritance.
Nice. Do you take a party bus? Has Pam been on a party bus yet, or does she just talk about
No,
a party
my mom
bus?
has been on the party bus multiple times. Her and my sister used to go every year.
I've yet to make it on a party bus with Pam.
I personally detest Wendover and have gone like 2 or 3 times against my will every single time. I do like scratch cards. I usually at least break even on scratch cards, sometimes make a little bit of money.
Don't think I've ever actually done a formal scratch card.
Oh, they're so much fun. Every time I'm somewhere that has them, I will buy like $10 worth and just go to town on them. They're fun. I have no idea how to play poker. I do not understand it. I feel like getting any hand of any sort is so statistically impossible. Like how you know which cards to hold on to and which cards doesn't make sense. Don't get it. Don't understand. The rules don't make sense. So if you ever want to try and teach me sometime, you're more than welcome to, but it probably will not go well. I know how to play blackjack, and I'm pretty good at blackjack.
Do you count the cards in your head?
I don't. I'm not that good, but I'm like decent-ish. I don't have any fun gambling stories.
You know what I want to do? I haven't done like a true bingo haul. I've gone and played bingo, but like not with like the official ink stamper and like where it's like all in. Where can I find a bingo hall?
Not in Utah. Maybe Wendover. Maybe I will drag myself to Wendover to play bingo with you.
Party bus with Pam.
I gotta find something that's denim with sequins though.
Yep.
Yay, gambling. I will buy a lotto ticket every now and again. I do have a friend that won like 5K in the Idaho lottery one time.
Damn.
Anytime the lottery is really high, I tell my friend in Georgia, I'm like, here, I will Venmo you 20 bucks. Please go buy me some lottery tickets. I see you have a question here.
I have a question for you, yeah.
Okay.
Why don't vampires like gambling?
I don't know why.
They get anxious when you raise the stakes.
Oh. Okay. I like it. Well, let's just end there. Let's end on the high note.
And scene.
So this is Season 3, Episode 7, titled You Bet Your Family. Our TV guide description. Salem loses Sabrina and her aunts in a poker game, and they have to serve Diamond Dave for 20 years. Again, compared to previous TV guide descriptions, this one's great. Love this one. Our streaming description. Salem's gambling debts get the best of him, but it's Sabrina and her aunts who pay the price. It originally aired November 6th, 1998. David Traynor is returning as our director, and Nick Bakay is returning as our writer. We have a few guest stars. First off is Edward Albert. He is Diamond Dave LaRouche. I put this one in here. He was in The Work and the Glory as Martin Harris. He worked with Gordy.
Also, Martin Harris is my many greats grandfather. I see you, Edward.
Sidetracked. Speaking of Gordy and Harvey are starting a podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about. I don't know if they're watching Sabrina. I kind of hope they're not, because I don't want to lose all of our listeners to them, because I would stop listening to us to listen to them. But I'm excited to hear what Gordy and Harvey have to say about stuff. Back to Edward Albert. He was in a lot of Power Rangers Time Force things. Also, Port Charles, Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, which is a lovely TV series I forgot existed, and Butterflies Are Free, which is an award-winning. He won an Academy Award, I think, for that. I think it was Academy Award. Next is Fred Stoller as CK. He is from Dumb and Dumber, Austin Powers in Goldmember, Seinfeld, Everybody Loves Raymond, and he's a voice in Handy Manny. Next is Angel Conwell as student number 1 from The Young and the Restless, Family Time, City Guys, and Dave's World. Keith Alexander as Young Kid from Malcolm in the Middle, Hang Time, and Party of Five. And last is Melissa Park as our showgirl from Baywatch and Where Evil Lies. What are your overall thoughts on this episode, Sky?
I liked it. I don't think it's my favorite Salem episode by any means. I'm surprised we didn't have Valerie once again to be a loser riding the bus with them.
Yeah, what the heck? Because Valerie can't fit in that car at the end if it's a 2-seater.
Yeah.
Screw you, Valerie. Ride the bus by yourself.
I mean, she could finally ride with Libby. Libby has a free shotgun.
She can ride with the cheerleaders now.
Oh, yeah. We just don't see Valerie ever again because she's a cheerleader.
It's interesting the episodes they choose to put her in or not. Sometimes they don't make sense. Getting into it. Our cold open. Salem is playing poker with a bunch of dogs at the dining room table. Salem notices one of the dog's tails is wagging and wins the round. Sabrina comes in with snacks and complains about the cigar smoke. She summons a fan that she uses to clear the air.
From now on, we play at Lassie's house, Salem declares.
We get an outfit intro where Sabrina is dressed as a strawberry and kind of insanely yells, "Pick me, pick me."
Yeah. I don't want to pick you at that point, Sabrina.
I mean, it's better than a lot of the other ones.
But also not great.
Sabrina and Harvey are talking at her locker when a crowd of people runs out to see Libby's new car.
It's nice to know that good things happen to horrible people, Sabrina says sarcastically.
Libby shows off her red convertible, and Sabrina complains about how everyone is worshiping her. Harvey struggles to pay attention to Sabrina and not the car. Sabrina gives him permission to check it out.
It's your DNA talking. I understand.
Harvey does love a good car. Salem is placing a bet over the phone when Zelda walks in.
Hello, roast beef. This is Catmandu. Give me 10 cans of tuna on the Seahawks, and I'll call you before post time at Pimlico.
What is Pimlico?
Horse racing ground in Maryland, I believe.
I was seeing if there's a Seahawks game in November of 1998. They did play 4 games, finishing the month with a 2-2 record, where they beat the Chiefs and Oilers, but lost to the Raiders twice.
Ugh.
So 50-50 chance that Salem made money. On November 8th, 2 days after this aired, they did win against the Kansas City Chiefs. So Salem maybe won some money.
10 cans of tuna, plus maybe more.
Zelda hangs up the phone and scolds Salem, but Salem has a chance to make real money at a poker game in the other realm hosted by Diamond Dave LaRouche. Zelda pretends to be excited, but forbids Salem from going. No one wins against Diamond Dave, and Salem can't get to the other realm on his own, although he does.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have some questions about how that closet works.
Sabrina complains about everyone freaking out about Libby's car at lunch. Harvey doesn't help by talking about how cool it is.
It's a convertible with a CD player in the trunk, and all the controls are on the steering wheel.
I still think cars that have controls for the stereo on the steering wheel are the best. Because I don't have that because my car's old. I just took my car in for an oil change and it's at 201,000 miles.
That is impressive. Also, I'm confused about a CD player in the trunk.
When you had those CD players that like multiple, you could put like multiple CDs in a time, they were always in your trunk or usually in your trunk.
The player itself?
Yeah, that was a thing. I promise you.
Okay.
I didn't have one because I was not fancy, but I know people who did. Like you could put like 20 CDs in those things. I had a cassette tape that connected to my Discman, and that's how I could listen to CDs.
Very high tech.
So high tech. I was so excited when I got the car I have now, and it was like, there's an aux jack in this, and I can connect it straight to my phone. Not even Bluetooth.
Joke's on us. We don't have aux jacks on our phones anymore.
I know. So now I have a Bluetooth receiver that connects to an aux thing, and then I Bluetooth to the Bluetooth. It's just a more high-tech version of my cassette tape. Libby stops by their table to ask if Harvey needs a ride for the class trip to the Celtics game.
Nice try, Freaka Warrior Princess. I was just wondering if Harvey needed a ride.
I love Freaka Warrior Princess so much, and I want to use that going forward.
In your day-to-day life or in this podcast?
I'm trying to figure out how I can use it with somebody who will also think it's funny and not think it's weird or not understand the reference. So it's got to be a millennial. It's got to be somebody I'm on like good terms with. And I'm like, I don't know if there's anybody at work like that yet.
Could you say it to Lisa?
I don't know if she would get it. I might try, but we'll see. I'm going to try and figure out a way to slide it into conversation at some point.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Oh, you know what? I'm going to see Emily, our friend who's come on the podcast before, in a couple of weeks. So maybe I can try it on her.
Okay.
Sabrina says they're taking Harvey's car, except it's up on blocks right now. Libby says she'll save shotgun for him. She walks away, and Sabrina tells Harvey they have to get a car. Zelda shows Hilda the final mortgage payment on their house. It's officially theirs.
Including electrical work that's not up to code and all.
They dance around as Sabrina comes in. Sabrina gets excited by this news because that means they can afford a car payment for her. But they won't do that because she's still not responsible enough for a car. What are they waiting for this girl to do?
Not be her.
I feel like Sabrina and I, myself back in high school, are like approximate same levels of responsibility given the fact that I didn't have magical powers. And my parents let me get a car. I don't know why her aunts are so like, she has good grades, she has good friends. Yeah, she messes up, but she always like fesses up in the end and learns a lesson. Like, what is she supposed to do?
The family secret is teenagers are not allowed to have cars. I'm actually going to write that down at the bottom.
Maybe none of them are.
We know they have a car.
Do they?
They had one for Violent Femmes.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, they also had a car for when they came and picked her up at the Salem witch trials one. I don't know. Maybe you have to like have a blood sacrifice to have a car in the Spellman family.
Maybe.
You have to kill a man. Anyway, Sabrina asks if she can borrow their car for the field trip at least. But Zelda's using hers for a science experiment.
Oh, we can't. A group of scientists are going to line our cars up and floor them to see if we can reverse the Earth's rotation. It's just an excuse to meet people, but I made a commitment.
Sabrina throws herself face down on the couch to pout. Hilda and Zelda try to tell her the bus will be fun. Sabrina doesn't buy this and goes upstairs.
Fine, but bear in mind that a car is less expensive than a lifetime of psychotherapy.
Depends on the car. How expensive your therapist is.
Yeah, depends on the therapy.
Sabrina sees Salem dressed up like a mobster on the hamper, which we didn't think we were going to get these outfits back after the Dawn episode, and he's kind of back in something similar.
Yeah.
He's been invited to a poker game in the other realm. He tells her about how he's going to make a lot of money.
Are you kidding? This is my chance to pocket some serious simoleons, greenbacks, dinero, moolah, shekels, scratch, wampum.
Sabrina gets an idea and asks if he'll buy her a car. He tells her to ask him next week. The linen closet thunders, and a showgirl comes out to escort Salem to Diamond Dave's, showing that he can, in fact, just travel between the realms without a escort from the family that he is imprisoned to.
I wonder if it's like some form of mortal has to escort him, but also like, what is the security around this linen closet? Like, what is the witch burglary crime rates? Because people aren't locking down their linen closets.
People can just walk in, and imprisoned cats can just walk out.
Doesn't seem secure.
I would expect Salem to like bare minimum have like an ankle monitor or something, like, or a collar version of that. So when he steps outside of the confines of his home without permission, it like alerts somebody.
It'd be going off so often.
He was just in Rome.
Rome, Disney World, India. He was kidnapped by a young child.
How? I don't understand the Witches' Council. They're a terrible government. And they have these harsh punishments, but then they don't even actually enforce them very well. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of negative reinforcement.
Or it's negative reinforcement around the wrong things.
Maybe. It's all real sketchy.
Governments for you.
Sabrina goes to the laptop with her magic book to conjure up a car. Didn't know you could do that. We could have done this like a season ago.
As she complained about, where's my car?
Remember the terrible talking car that we got? We could have just made one at the laptop. Okay.
I also feel like the laptop has gotten larger as far as how much space it takes up on the table. Yeah.
Maybe the more you use it, the more it grows. They need more space to store all of the special ingredients. She combines some ingredients, in fact.
Essence of tire burn, myrrh, and STP, the racer's edge.
Which I was expecting like a real bottle of STP, and it was like this weird little vial. It was like, why did we even name drop it if we're not going to use the bottle? She creates some car keys, but suddenly her aunts appear. They had an uninsured teen driver block and take the keys away from her. They again tell her to take the bus. Salem is playing poker with Diamond Dave and losing.
CK says that's why they call him Diamond Dave. Not Amber Dave, not Aquamarine Dave, but Diamond Dave.
But his delivery.
CK's the best.
He's the
this
best.
episode.
Aquamarine Dave. It's so good. I swear we see CK again. Not as CK, but I swear we have this actor come back later. There's like 2 or 3 actors that are kind of similar that I always get them confused for each other. But I swear he comes back. Salem tells Diamond Dave to deal again, which Diamond Dave does magically, then calls the game, but Salem doesn't understand.
The game is high-low crisscross Mexican stud poker. Deuces and bugs are wild.
All poker sounds like to me, FYI. Sabrina and Harvey are signing up for the bus for the field trip. There's a lot of signing up, like on a giant piece of paper in the hallway in this school. That's how they did cheerleading signups, and there was something else they signed up for. Was it Battle of the Bands that was also that same thing?
I think so, but like paper signups were the way to go.
I don't remember signing up for anything in the hallway.
Outside the hallway is where we'd sign up for like play auditions and whatnot.
Maybe it's because I was in a larger school. I don't know. How many people were in your graduating class at high school?
250-ish, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was like 800. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Libby comes down the hallway and again asks Harvey if he isn't coming with her, but he tells her he's taking the bus. Sabrina is touched. Salem is still losing and sobbing as Diamond Dave deals again. It's his last chip. Salem looks at his cards and exclaims in excitement. Diamond Dave raises, but Salem has nothing to raise with. He's given Diamond Dave everything.
Unbelievable. I finally get a winner and I can't raise. I've given you everything I own. My traveler's checks, my X-Men #1 in near mint condition, my Beanie Babies. Oh, I'm tapped out, he sobs.
When's the last time anybody used a traveler's check?
I used one in 2005 when I went to Disneyland with my band.
I've never used a traveler's check in my life. I wouldn't even know. I know you go to the bank to get them, I think.
Go to the bank and then you can use them anywhere.
Do you use like a normal check?
You use it like money and then they would give you change back.
Oh, so you'd have like a traveler's check for like $200.
Yeah, or 25, 50.
Something and then they give you, okay. Oh, so you could have like several?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I think I had like 225 denominations or something.
I am so glad that you, who are much younger than I am, is explaining this to me. That's just like how old traveler's checks are, though, because like by the time I was traveling, I'm pretty sure I had a credit card or I just used cash. I'm trying to think about my first trip with friends out of the state to Long Beach. Yeah, I had a credit card at that time. Probably should not have had, but I did.
I didn't get my first credit card until 2020.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, I need one of these to have good credit. Make that make sense.
My first credit card was an American Eagle credit card.
Oh.
And I only used it to purchase clothes and I would pay it off right away. And then I got a Barnes & Noble MasterCard. And I still use it, but it's like my backup credit card now. Or like I just use it like once a year to keep it active. But it has really nice rewards to it.
What are the perks for Barnes &
You
Noble
get $25 gift cards like pretty frequently.
Oh.
Back when I was purchasing books and nothing else because I didn't have real adult bills.
The dream.
That made sense. Now I have like a grown-up card with like cash back and stuff like that. Diamond Dave offers to work with Salem and smiles suspiciously. Sabrina is trying out different paper bags to wear on her head for her bus ride. The aunts are not caving in. Salem comes into the kitchen sobbing. He admits he played poker with Diamond Dave. Zelda scolds him and he says he bet something that wasn't his to bet. He bet them, but he says that just as they disappear. The three reappear in Diamond Dave's. Zelda tries to zap them out, but her magic doesn't work. Diamond Dave says he won them fair and square in a game of Texas Hold'em. They'll be working for him for the next 20 years. He assigns Zelda as his new cook, Hilda as his new maid, and Sabrina as his new personal assistant, which includes driving his Porsche, so Sabrina doesn't object.
Did you notice, and maybe it's an East Coast thing, but everyone called it a Porsche?
Yeah, I've heard both.
I've never heard that. It's always just been a Porsche.
I've definitely heard both. Although now I'm wondering if I've heard Portia from my mother, who is from the East Coast.
I dislike Porsche. It does not sound correct.
Because it sounds like a woman's name, like the Portia name.
Yeah.
It was at this point that my brain started wandering. And so when Diamond Dave casts magic, he shakes his hand pretending to roll dice. And we hear a dice clicking noise plus a winding up kind of magic noise. And so this is when I was like, when do their methods of casting start to personalize? Because Dashel rubs his head, although we have the debate whether or not that's actually how Dashel has to cast magic or if that's what he's tricked into. Quizmaster would snap. We've seen a couple other things. Cousin Mortimer used his little wand. Was Diamond Dave, because I'm assuming he's a purebred witch, was he like little baby in the bassinet, like pretending to roll dice?
I think it probably comes later on, like maybe with like adulthood. It doesn't explain Dashel, but
Yeah.
it's also maybe just unfortunately a quirk they're giving to these like characters who come in because like why don't the ants have like a fun way besides just pointing?
And like maybe the Spellmans are traditionalists, so that's how they choose to do it.
The Spellmans can't cast magic in fun ways. Going on to my family secret list for when I have nothing else.
Next season, we're going to meet someone who casts magic by pulling her ear, and she's going to be a teenager. So it's just like, why? When? How? Can Sabrina suddenly wake up and be like, I don't want to do the pointing thing anymore. I want to do something else. And then that just becomes her thing. Is it something you're born with? Is it something you choose? Is it something you grow into?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
And then I also had a question because his magic is red, because Mortimer's magic was purple. I think Sabrina's is just white. Dashel's was green. Is there any meaning behind the colors? Is it just random? Is it again familial? Like, oh, blue eyes run in our family. And guess what? Blue magic runs in our family.
Wouldn't be familial because of Mortimer's purple.
Well, he's a cousin, though. And he doesn't look like them. So we don't know how, like, maybe he's a third cousin.
I mean, I think they do Dave's as red because he's the villain of the episode.
Yes, obviously, that's the easy answer.
It's not that it's an easy answer. It's that it's the answer. Like,
can your color change? Like, if Sabrina becomes evil, can her color change?
Maybe.
Does it say
evil
something
Sabrina?
about you? We kind of saw evil Sabrina at the personality swap episode. Questions I have that will never be answered.
Exactly.
Diamond Dave tells them to be upbeat and zesty, then gives his first demand for a meal to Zelda.
I'd like to start with a light meal. Burnt bacon, peanut butter, 4 bananas, hand mashed in a bowl.
Would you eat that?
How much are you going to pay me?
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
The bananas have to be green. It can't be yellow.
I'm fine with that. Like, I would maybe eat that. I like my bacon super crispy and burnt. If it has any hint of like fat in it, I won't eat it.
I'd say if I have to choose one thing to eat from this episode, it will be this one.
I was like, you have this one or the other one?
The other one is a hard no.
Diamond Dave leaves and Zelda says they need to find a way out and assumes Salem will help them. We cut to Salem doing a risky business slide across the floor.
Risky Business came out in 1983 and was considered Tom Cruise's breakout role. The IMDb description, a Chicago teenager is looking for fun at home while his parents are away. The situation quickly gets out of hand. And on the first night, Tom Cruise's character Joel raids the liquor cabinet, plays the stereo loudly, and dances around in the living room in his briefs and button-down shirt to old-time rock and roll, which is what Salem mimics here.
You just blew my mind that Tom Cruise is supposed to be a teenager. Although I looked it up and he would have only been 21 at the time, so close enough. Also, I've never actually seen Risky Business. I've only ever seen like that scene or like
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, just that clip.
TikTok video.
Probably crash into something, but my living room is framed in like the right way.
Put the cats in a white shirt. Sabrina and Diamond Dave come back from a drive and greet Hilda. Diamond Dave is clearly shaken from Sabrina's driving and goes to recover. Sabrina tells Hilda that people were fawning all over him.
I don't need that kind of attention, as I pointed out on my website, says Hilda. I would love to read Hilda's website blog.
I do not believe that Hilda has the capabilities to create a website. I think Zelda set it up for her. I could believe that she could handle like a blogger type where you just go in and like write your entry and press enter. I do not believe she created her own website. Sabrina says Diamond Dave reminds her of Libby. Hilda tells her money is a shortcut to popularity and shortcuts never work. Zelda comes in with a plan to get them out and gives Sabrina and Hilda each a list of ingredients to make a sleeping potion. Hilda and Sabrina agree to help. We get a quick montage of them gathering ingredients as Zelda narrates. First, the feather of a bird.
Preferably ostrich or emu.
And Sabrina plucks a chicken that is playing poker. 2 ounces of chlorophyll. Hilda passes off some flowers to Sabrina. A tad of faux animal fur. Hilda collects a large stack of coats from guests arriving. Some body hair, the coarser the better. Sabrina collects nose hairs as CK plucks them from Diamond Dave. And she's not even sneaky about it. She's clearly like, is that her job? Part of her job is to just sit there, or is she trying to like sneakily collect the hairs?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, you get to do this.
You get to kneel on the floor and collect the stray hairs.
He likes to assign tasks.
Lastly, a little alcohol, and Zelda grabs the comb cleaner. All 3 are in the kitchen brewing at a cauldron. They all cackle, but Zelda says not to get carried away.
It's only natural to get carried away when we're gathered over a cauldron.
Zelda still hopes Salem will save them. Has Zelda met Salem?
Yes, and Zelda doesn't really care for Salem or believe in him.
Salem bet them in the first place.
I think she's happy at least he didn't bet the house.
This is true. We cut to Salem riding the top of a can as an electric can opener spins it. He gets thrown off and sobs. He is going to save his family, but the doorbell rings. It's his wontons. Sabrina and Hilda are waiting on Diamond Dave as CK puts a napkin on him. Diamond Dave compliments their work. Zelda brings in his dinner.
Who's ready for some tongue, mini marshmallows, and yam soup?
I feel like the yam soup and the mini marshmallows could maybe be a thing you could do. That's kind of like a sweet potato casserole that's maybe like a little soupier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that tongue thing.
Don't want a little tripe in there?
Put some burnt bacon in there. Diamond Dave is excited, but he wants Hilda to be his official food taster. Hilda tries to protest, but Diamond Dave insists. He gives a spoonful to Hilda, who eats it and immediately passes out. Sabrina and Zelda try to revive her, but Diamond Dave knows what they did. Their new job is to man the septic tank. Salem wakes up covered in empty cans. He's out of food. He really has to save them now. Sabrina is filing Diamond Dave's feet. CK comes in and apologizes for not catching the poisoning attempt. He talks about how they're old friends and grew up together.
And that he gave Diamond Dave a kidney.
Diamond Dave doesn't care and fires him. CK leaves, but first tells Diamond Dave the only reason he's not alone in the house is because he's good with a deck of cards, but as a human being, he's strictly an amateur. I thought CK was going to come back and help them out somehow. I have seen this episode multiple times. That was the logical progression of the story to me, because that would show that like you can't buy friendship. When you do and your friends leave you, like they'll come back and hurt you. I don't know.
We're not going to learn any lessons like that.
I was like, oh, CK's going to come in and save the day because Salem's not doing it. Sabrina can't believe Diamond Dave would do that to his only friend, but Diamond Dave doesn't care because he has money to get friends. Sabrina points out they're not real friends, but he doesn't care and tells her she's now going to do CK's job. It starts when the doorbell rings and she answers the door to find the showgirl with Salem pretending to be a gambler in a trench coat.
Mr. Ka-chow.
Salem crashes over and Zelda and Hilda run in to see what the noise was. Salem admits he doesn't have a plan, and Sabrina says they can't be held accountable for what their house pet did. She challenges Diamond Dave to a game and says they'll stay for 100 years if she loses. Diamond Dave says if he wins, they stay with him forever. Sabrina agrees and says they're going to play her game. We flip to chutes and ladders. Sabrina and Diamond Dave are playing and he hits a chute.
I haven't lost this game since kindergarten. I ain't going to start now.
We flip the scene again and Diamond Dave is almost to the end when Sabrina hits a big chute. Diamond Dave rolls again and wins. Zelda tries to comfort her as Hilda starts to have a reaction to the potion and jerks around.
Diamond Dave says, hey, St. Vitus dance, take it outside. St. Vitus dance, medically known as Sydenham's chorea, is a neurological disorder, often in children following a streptococcal infection like strep throat, and is linked to rheumatic fever. Historically, it also referred to medieval dancing manias, linked to religious mysticism and St. Vitus, patron saint of those with nervous disorders, leading to the popular name for both the disease and historical phenomenon. Symptoms include rapid, uncoordinated movements of limbs, face, and trunk, muscle weakness, and emotional changes, sometimes with obsessive-compulsive behaviors.
Have you heard about those, like, crazy dancing plagues?
Mm-hmm.
They're wild, and I am so obsessed with them and like how the psychology behind that.
Maybe St. Vitus can help me because I'm about to get a nervous disorder with all these printers.
Are you going to start acting like a printer and then have hundreds of other people act like a printer too?
I don't know, but I was on the ground, laugh crying, slumped against a printer, so covered in ink.
I'm just imagining you walking the streets of Park City, just like flinging one paper at a time out into the crowd. Or like running around being like, I'm out of cyan. I'm out of cyan. Hilda then falls on top of Diamond Dave, knocking him unconscious. Sabrina discovers that he had extra dice up his sleeve, including one that's all sixes. They all run out while Diamond Dave is passed out.
He must have cheated with me too. I was robbed. I should at least get the Leroy Neiman painting as compensation, says Salem.
It felt like really anticlimactic.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, Hilda fell on him, hit his head. He's knocked unconscious. We're all going to run out. Because I feel like he could have just zapped them back in.
Where's his consequences for being a cheater?
If I was to write this storyline today, I'd have it all the way the same except for this part. And I'd have CK come in because CK would know some secret. He would like use a secret to blackmail him, or he'd use like a secret tunnel to help them escape, or he would be the one to challenge Diamond Dave to a game and he would win because he knows all his cheating tricks. Like, I don't feel like a lesson was learned here.
Not at all.
Rich, bad people don't always get a lesson when they get caught.
Oh, wait. Sabrina says it at the top. One moment, please. It's nice to know that good things happen to horrible people.
Motto for 2026. They're all in the kitchen as Salem apologizes again. Sabrina is going to the field trip and will ride the bus. Libby doesn't matter. It's true friends like Harvey who will ride the bus with her that matter. Zelda is proud of her and stops her. She and Hilda decide Sabrina deserves a reward for having such a good attitude. And like this whole part of the episode, Hilda's still like half out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda like cooks up a strong sleeping potion. Sabrina pulls up to school in a sporty silver Porsche convertible. Harvey excitedly jumps in as everyone stares in shock, including Libby. Everyone leaves, no longer impressed with Libby's car, much to her horror. Sabrina and Harvey drive off. In the untag, Sabrina is playing poker with the dogs from earlier. She wins the hand and collects her winning. Doggy kisses.
Ugh.
I know, me too. I don't like doggy kisses. I don't like doggy drool. I don't like doggy saliva.
It's the breath.
Barely tolerate it when Mabel sneezes on me. Sky, what's your new title for this episode?
It's debating between like family on the line or gambles up.
I like the family on the line. Sounds anxiety inducing.
A little bit more than you bet your family.
What's your guess for the family secret, which I know we've already talked about in the episode, but officially state them?
1. The Spellman teenagers aren't allowed to have cars. 2. The Spellmans can't cast magic in any sort of fun way.
All right. And lastly, our next episode is season 3, episode 8. And the Sabrina goes to... What's that one about, Sky?
We're having an award show.
Okay.
At school, I feel like.
Okay.
Maybe it's like a talent show. Does Sabrina have any talents, though?
She's a witch.
Which she can show the mortals. She's going to use magic to be... I mean, this sort of already happened with the bands, though, but it's going to be a competition. Sabrina wants to win, so she's going to use magic to cheat and win.
I think it's a pretty good guess.
That means 2 weeks in a row I've had pretty good guesses. Wow.
Oh, we do meet another cousin, another family member.
Do they give us a clue, or do we just meet a family member?
We're 8 episodes in. We've had one clue, and it's a bad clue. Oh, yes, we do get a clue. Before we watch this episode, we need to discuss the Sabrina CD soundtrack that came out in 1998.
Okay.
I will send you the list of songs. Maybe you can listen to them while you're
crying over printers.
Because at the very end of this soundtrack, it was like a hidden track. So like if you put it in your CD player, it wouldn't say there were 17 tracks. It would say there were 16 tracks. Very end of the last song, there was a clue to the family secret.
Ooh, sneaky.
Yes.
Easter eggs in all sorts of places.
So we need to discuss that because it's going to come into play before this next episode.
Send me that link and I'll listen and probably have thoughts post-festival if I'm still around and still sane and not having a nervous disorder.
It's a good soundtrack to the point where I will still occasionally pull out the CD and listen to it.
Nice.
Well, until we get there, please like, share, rate, and subscribe to this podcast. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod and TikTok at something.witchy.pod. I'll put a note to myself to put up the track list so other people can listen to it as well. I'll post that on socials. Until next time.
Stay magical.